Yes, yes, yes. Good morning. You know what? I'm going to adjust this a little bit. Just a slight adjustment. Kind of feel like having some loose little clippies in. Happy Monday, everybody. So good to be back with you all. Boop. No, maybe this was not the move. I don't know. I have to take photos today after class, so I'm a little like, freaking out a little bit. Want to be ready, want to feel ready. And I'm like, did I blend this? Did I make up well? I have time to fix it after class because we're going to get a little bit sweaty in here today. No, not Melodia photos. I'm actually going to be doing a shoot for a studio that I'm going to teach for. So I'm pretty excited about that. They're in West Hollywood. So if you're in Los Angeles, maybe you can come see me in WeHo at True Fusion. Very excited. I'm going to try this bun again while we're talking about it. Yeah, very excited about this studio. My friend Teo, we taught together at Soho Yoga downtown years and years ago. And he's kind of organizing things at this new spot. So he invited me to come by and kind of check things out. And yeah, I thought it was a great place, a really gorgeous facility. So yeah, I'm gonna go do some staff pictures. It's kind of like a headshot for the schedule and like social media things. Hey Stephanie, good morning. I'm trying this bun situation again. Yeah. We're getting it together. I'm coming off of a pretty heavy week last week of teaching. So I'm excited to kind of move around a bit for myself, you know. Hey Laura, hey Sharon. Hey Rachel. I'm just clipping my shit in, y'all. I was explaining earlier that after class, I have a photo shoot to do. It's not like a fancy clothing shoot or anything. I'm just shooting staff headshots because I'm gonna start teaching at a studio in West Hollywood called True Fusion. So I gotta get my shit together. So I like had this in a kind of curled up situation last night, but sleeping murdered everything. So I'm gonna have to like kind of redo it today after class. Hey, Carla. Also, I'm throwing back my green goo. Yum. Heal me. Heal me. Yes, Shayla. Good morning. So that's so true. I actually first heard about True Fusion from a friend of mine that lives in Vegas. Yeah, she lived in Vegas. And she was obsessed with it because they do, you know, hot yoga, they do hot Pilates, they have HIIT classes, like kind of like circuits, they have spin, like it really is like an everything in one studio, which I love. So I'm really excited to start teaching at a new place and train in some new formats. It's probably one of my favorite things about coming into a new studio is just being new, being a student. Yes, learning about things and cultivating a new community. I think that's what I'm the most excited about is I've only taught very much like private treatment facility oriented classes in that upper LA area. So I'm excited to like teach public classes. Yes, Shayla. Oh, how convenient. It really does have all the things. It really does. And I don't know if they're all the same. I imagine they are, but the facilities are like gorgeous, like beautiful, like Equinox level gyms or like bathroom, just really, really, really nice amenities. So I am stoked about that. Green goo recipe, please. Okay, I'll give you guys the green goo recipe. So this is like my favorite like morning smoothie to make. So I always do frozen banana and some kind of berry, usually blueberry. And depending on what I need, like if I need more hydration, then I'll do coconut water. Or if I feel like I want more calories, I'll do like oat milk, usually oat milk, because I'm like, yum, carbs, it tastes really creamy. And then I did spinach, chocolate protein, and green powder, and spinach. And that's all you need. And then you're like ready to go. If I feel like I really like have a lot to do and I need some more calories, then sometimes I'll even throw like a glob of peanut butter in there. So for today, what protein powder, coconut water in a smoothie. So me and Kamar got me on this brand. They're called Isopure. It's not vegan. It's a whey protein, I'm pretty sure. But to us, it tastes the best, and it's not chalky. It's not grainy. There's no sugar, no carbs. It's just like straight up protein to the dome. So that's why we like Isopure. I'll type it in the chat. Yay. Boom. Yeah. Coconut milk, but the water should be good too. Yeah, I really like using coconut water, especially if I'm just wanting like a really fresh tasting smoothie. Lots of greens, lots of things like that. Yeah, give it a go. All right, so let's talk about what we're gonna do today. We're gonna focus on some twists. I taught a lot, like I was mentioning this last week. I taught a workshop, I taught all sorts of like live classes. And I really enjoyed how I developed this flow. I kind of started building this ladder flow. And if you're unfamiliar with ladder flows, it basically starts very basic, like with a single shape, and then you keep like adding shapes, adding shapes, adding shapes. It's kind of my favorite way to teach. Anyways, we got into a couple of shapes through those classes. And there was just things I wanted to develop out a little bit more, and specifically through spinal rotation. So I'm going to take that flow that I was teaching last week and just develop it even more. And that's what we're going to do today, specifically paying attention to some twists and spinal rotations. Blocks can be a really helpful tool for this class. And if you're really, really tight in your hamstrings, a strap or like a little towel can be helpful as well. Isopure is so good, I use diesel protein too. Diesel. Damn, that sounds like some real shit right there. I love it. All right. Ooh. Also, let me share the playlist I made. I was using it last week, but I just built it out even more. So if you're into it, cool. If not, no worries. Installing Spotify. Why does Spotify need to get installed? Sometimes I just don't get what's going on. All right, here we go. Sorry, I'm taking forever today. Paste. Boom. Great. Transition. Wow! It's me. I'm over here. Also, I can't even tell you how over this space I am. I'm so ready to move into our house. I'm so ready to move into the new studio space. I'm gonna do fucking naked cartwheels in there when I get there because I'm just gonna be so excited. Ah. All right. So, we are going to get started on our backs. And I want to offer up starting in a heart opener. So if you have your blocks, sticking them in what's called a 3D capital T. So one block will go either up and down the length of your spine. Notice you can put it at any level based on your comfort. Pi is here. I know, you would never miss a class, baby, never ever. You can also put that block across your vertebra if that feels more comfortable. And then the one that goes underneath your head also too. It can be at any level, any kind of orientation. This one will be good for me. And I'm gonna start this playlist from the tippity top. Oh, guys, I'm feeling rickety fucking cricket today. Let me close this up a little bit. Oh. Here, Pi, here's a ball for you to play with. So again, I'm gonna stick this like right under my shoulder blades. Hi, Pi. Yeah, the blinds. And if you lay back on your blocks and you're like, it doesn't really feel good, let me adjust something. Take your time to adjust something, yeah? And then when you feel like you want to do something with your lower body, because the upper body is situated, my personal favorite is to create a Baddha Konasana, or bound angle position with my feet. So that just means the bottoms of your feet are going to come together, the knees are going to splay out to the side. And we're going to take a few rounds of breath here. If anything, I kind of just want to lay here for the rest of class. If I'm being honest. Great, we'll take 2 more rounds of breath here. Nicely done, everybody. When you finish that last breath, let's reach our arms straight up towards the ceiling. Great. And then we're going to draw our arms up above our head, so you're reaching to the back of the room. And then I want you to bend your elbows, drag the arms all the way down by your side. Ooh, do you feel that opening through the anterior deltoid? I do. Let's repeat that. We're kind of drawing these big snow angels with our arms out, around, and down. Love it. Now, if you find like a really sticky, angy spot, I encourage you to linger in that spot and either like find some stillness or move through your body a little bit. We're all gonna meet in about 5 seconds with our arms up above our head. Oh, nice stretch, Pi. Big stretch. Great. Now from that position with your arms up above your head, let's roll over onto one side. Whichever arm is your top arm, we'll push that hand into the ground. We'll move your blocks to the front of your space. Bop, bop, bop. Maybe we'll use them later. And we're gonna go from a seated position to work through seated cat-cows. That was a lot of using the same word to explain one small thing. All right, hands on your shin bones. We'll lift up our chest, take a breath in. And with your exhale, roll back, contract navel to spine. I really want you to spread out through your shoulder blades. Inhale, take your heart space forward. Great, exhale, round and contract. One last time like that, lift your chest. Round, contract, hold. We're gonna move through Sufi grinds. So you're gonna lean over to the right. Torso goes to the side, to the front, to the other side, and back around. Yeah? So we're doing full body circles. I always feel this a lot in my low back. Hi, Pi. Let's reverse. I'll let you go outside after class. Yeah, we'll go outside after class. We'll do 3 more just like that. Nice. We'll meet back in our contraction. We'll untangle your legs out from underneath you. And we'll sit up tall for Navasana prep. So I like to teach this as the first level of your Navasana, right? I'm kind of up on my sit bones, my feet are flat, my spine is nice and long. Abdominals are engaged by keeping you upright. You can evolve it by just coming to your toes, or even balancing on your sit bones and lifting up your legs. Now, I have my legs right now in a reverse tabletop. If you have a further variation that you feel comfortable doing, like straight legs, right? So you're going all the way through that Pilates teaser. Not necessary, but again, just an option. Last 3. Great, last 2. And 1, let's move to tabletop position. You can cross your shin bones, or you can also sit off to one side. We're gonna work through your wrists. So I want you to spread out your palms nice and wide. Look down at your mat. Maintain a neutral spine. Maintain neutral through your arms. Let's draw a small circle with your heart on your mat. So imagine that there's like a pencil or a pen felt tipped down or lead down, and you're just drawing this little circle between your thumbs. We're just moving through your wrists. And then we'll reverse other way. Nice. Now the next time you're kind of pushed back, let's walk your knees back a little bit so there's more space between your knees and your hands. And we're going to continue that circle but grow it bigger. So maybe your hips work down to the ground, off to the side, and you kind of push back through this big, almost child's pose-like shape. Maybe you come forwards, pick up the feet, and make this feel a little more flirtatious, a little more slinky. So kind of a bit of groundwork, yeah? Now, I could do this for probably 5 minutes straight, but if you don't want to, cool. We're just gonna hit the other direction. Balance ourselves out on both sides. Sometimes I like to include my head and my neck. Last two. And on that last one, we'll push ourselves all the way back into a child's pose. So toes together, knees work nice and wide. Let's activate through our arms a little bit, activate through the spine. Turn this into a side body stretch. So walk both of your hands over to your left. Great, we'll walk it back through center and over to your right. Hi, Richard. Welcome, welcome. Nice, we'll come back to center. I want you to lift up just enough to tuck your toes and push back into a tuck-toed child's pose. Just stretch out your feet, your calves. Oh my God. Yikes. My feet hurt. Great, we'll take ourselves back forward. We'll realign our knees underneath our hips. We'll untuck your toes. Now I want you to push into the ground with your hands, push into the tops of your feet, and see if you can float your knees a couple of inches off of the ground. Yes. Hold that shit for 3, for 2. Nice. See if you can keep that pointed toe position as you send it back to down dog. Maybe you flip over just one foot just so you can handle that sensation and feeling on one side. And if you're doing that one at a time, see if you can do it on the other. Just switch. And we're in our downward facing dog. Now, I always like to invite people to take some moments to wiggle in their down dog shapes. Pedal the legs, explore hips, explore hamstrings. In 5 seconds, we'll make our way to the front. Now, in order to travel, let's center ourselves, lift our heels, bend our knees, and look to the front. Travel to the front by stepping or taking a little hop. We're meeting in hip width distance forward fold. Nice. Hang heavy. Bend into your knees as much as you need to make this feel good. We'll spend one more breath. And then nice and slow, we'll roll ourselves up, stacking backbone by backbone. When you make it up to standing, roll out your shoulders a couple times. Nice. And then we'll start to move through our Surya Namaskar A. Feet can stay hip width distance or they can come together. Let's show your palms to the front of your space. Inhale, arms reach up. Exhale, hands come to heart, Samastitihi. Feel the tailbone lengthen underneath you. Yeah. Inhale, reach the arms back up. Exhale, forward fold. Hinge from your hips, work down towards your mat. Good, halfway lift. Exhale, plant your hands, step back to high plank. Take a breath in, planche forward slightly. That means the shoulders come past your wrists. And exhale, up and back, downward facing dog. Let's continue that flow movement. Lift your heels, roll forward, high plank. Exhale, move back, downward facing dog. Nice. Let's keep going just like that. We'll do a total of 5. Synchronizing our muscles. 2. When you make it forwards on that last one, let's pause and lower onto our tummies. Nice and slow, nice and controlled. Nice. Tops of the feet make it onto the mat. Now we're gonna go through Bhujangasana or low cobra. So if you have low back issues, you'll probably wanna keep your feet hip width distance. If you're okay with all that stuff going on, then we'll bring our inner thighs together. We're trying to zip everything from your pubic bone all the way down to your big toe. Hands are by your side, elbows are pointed back, forehead starts on the ground. Inhale, peel up your head and your heart. Exhale, melt it down. Nice. Again, peel up your heart. This time push into the ground like 30%. And melt it down. Separate your feet hip width distance if they aren't already. Peel up your head and your heart. And then slowly start to apply pressure into the hands. We're gonna slowly ascend into upward facing dog. Use your back, use your butt. And then once you press, we'll do just the slightest, softest little mermaid turn. Roll both of your heels over to the left. You're kind of balanced on that left hip. And then we'll take it through center and over to the other side. Mermaid roll. Nice. Bring it back to center. Thighs try to lift up off the ground. And exhale back into down dog. 3 breaths. Nice. This last one moves us. Lift your heels. Bend your knees, look forward. Travel to the front. Show me your halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, rise up to standing. Breath in. Exhale, let's open heart twist to your right. Right arm goes back, left arm goes forward. Think about bumping this right hip bone to the front of your space. Inhale, reach back up. Exhale, open twist to the left. Same thing. Left hip wants to bump to the front. Inhale, reach back up. Exhale, forward fold. Wow, hello, the smoothie. Please stay inside me. Halfway lift. Exhale, let's plant your hands, step back to high plank. Now, I want you to lower your knees to the ground. Take a little peek at the screen. We're going to do a special version of our vinyasa. You're going to go knees, chest, and chin on the ground. Yeah? So your butt is like sticking up into the ground a lot right now. Now from here, you're going to unfurl into low cobra. Here's how you start the movement. You'll tuck your tailbone, slowly start to bring thighs in contact, belly in contact, and then lengthen out into your low cobra. And then you'll push up and back, downward facing dog. Yeah? So give that a go. Knees, chest, chin on the ground. Start to tuck your tailbone. The thighs start contacting, tummy starts contacting. You lengthen out into that Bhujangas, and then you take it back into down dog. Yes. Great. Take one more breath there in that downward facing, and then we're going to move again. Heels lift. Inhale. Exhale, bend your knees, look forward. Inhale to the front, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Rise to standing, breath in. Exhale, open twist to the right. Inhale, reach back up. Open twist to the left. Inhale, back up. Exhale, forward fold. Halfway lift. Plant your hands, step back, high plank. Lower your knees, your chest, and your chin. . Unfurl into your low cobra. Exhale, take it back, down dog. 3 breaths. Hi, Pi. You're so cute. I love you so much. All right, let's move. Lift your heels, bend your knees, look forward, travel. Halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Rise to standing, breath in. Exhale, open twist to the right. Inhale, back up. Open twist to the left. Inhale, rise back up. And exhale, fold. Halfway lift. Plant your hands. It's our last one like this. Knees, chest, chin. Really work through that back. Low cobra. Exhale, back down dog. Let's hold in this down dog for 5 breaths. Such amazing conditioning for your shoulders here. Good, last 2. And we'll finish off that final breath. We'll take an inhale. Exhale, step your right foot between your hands. Inhale, we move to warrior 1, so adjust your back hip. There's a slight turnout with that left foot. So my toes are kind of pointing out to the side here while my right toes point forward. Now push into the outside edge of your back foot. Create a slight posterior tilt through your hips. Yeah, I'm constantly adjusting and renegotiating my warrior 1 with myself. Arms reach up, take an inhale. Exhale, bring the hands down, frame your right foot. High to mid plank, vinyasa style with option for ekapada or single-legged. Bring it into that bigger back bend, upward facing. And exhale, downward facing dog. Breath in. Exhale, step left foot forwards. Warrior 1, breath in. Stay for that exhale. Take your time refining here on this other side. Push into the outside edge of your right foot. Focus on the posterior tilt of your hips. You're already halfway through class. Yeah, we're just taking this. We're building. I know Pi is off camera, but she's just on her back, belly to sky, staring at me with the paws like this, you know, like the dumb foldy paws. I love you. All right, let's take a breath in here. Exhale, take the hands down. Same thing, Ekapada Chaturanga. Urdhva. And Adho. Reset, one more breath. And breath out. Lift up both your heels, bend your knees, look forward. Let's travel to the front. Halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Utkatasana, chair position. Right away, hands come to heart center. Sit a little bit deeper into your thighs. We're going to move through a prayer twist. So left elbow can either work between your thighs. If you need some extra space, block onto thighs, and you can do the same twist like that. For a very compressive experience, your left elbow will come to the outside of your thigh. Think about lengthening your spine, pushing the elbow into that thigh and working thumbs closer to heart. You're here for 3. Here for 2. Let's switch to the other side on 1. Again, either your elbow is between your thighs, on top of a block, or to the outside of the thigh. We're here for 5. Last 2. And 1. Let's take it back to center and fold. Halfway lift. Chaturangas if you want to take it, or you can preserve your shoulders a bit and just step back into your downward facing dog. I'm all about the self-preservation method personally. All right, little changes to our flow. Right leg lifts, hip open, knee is going to bend. Now, in this hip open, knee bent position, I'm just gonna scoot my mat forwards because I'm realizing I'm gonna need some space. I want you to try to push through both of your shoulders equally. When we start to move through our hips, usually the rest of the body reacts, which is normal and smart, right? But I want you to try to isolate the 2, press equally through both of your shoulders so it doesn't feel affected. Now let's square off your hip, lengthen out your leg behind you. And exhale, bring right knee to right tricep. So squeeze around the side of your body, yeah? Again, power movement. Inhale, reach the right leg back high. Exhale, right knee, left tricep, so cross under body. Inhale, right leg high. Exhale, knee to nose, step through low lunge. Inhale, warrior 1, rise. Great. With your exhale, let's take your hands behind you. Interlace the fingers, press the palms together, lengthen out through the arms if possible. Lift through your chest. Take a breath in. Exhale, humble warrior, right shoulder to right thigh. Nice. See how far you can get your thumbs off your low spine, but no big deal if they need to rest there, the elbows need to bend, or if you even need to grab a strap or like a towel between the hands. Nice. Let's bring you back up. We're gonna rise all the way up into our warrior 1. And then show me your warrior 2. So adjust the back foot. Outer edge of left foot is gonna run parallel to the back edge of your mat. Right set of toes are gonna point forward, yeah? Arms reach out into a T. Right palm flips, reverse warrior. Oh. Exhale, side angle. Let's rest. Right elbow on your thigh, left arm high. Stay here for a few moments, ensuring that your hip is underneath you instead of popped out. Yeah, especially my flexible babes. I know it's so nice to just sit in that hip socket, but I want you to actually use your entire hip, right? This is also part of your core. The way that you use these muscles to ambulate, walk, move, right? It's all part of our center, our most proximal space. Now let's go into reverse triangle. So come through center, straighten out your front leg, reach your right arm up and back. And with your exhale, we're gonna go into low lunge twist. So notice I'm starting to like circle my arms, rebend my front knee, pivot off my back heel so I can place my left hand on the ground or on a block and reach my right arm high. So I gave you those modifications from that prayer twist, right? The block on the thigh, creating space for your anatomy. The same thing can be done here. High level, medium, low, and then all the way down on the ground. We're here for 3. Last 2. And 1. Let's bring it down, frame up that foot, move high to mid. Upward facing. Exhale, downward facing. Nice. Let's go left leg. Open up your hip, bend into your knee. And then again, try to be really mindful, equally distributing your weight between your hands. Dude, this right side, it's angy. All right, let's take a breath in here. Exhale, left knee, left tricep. Inhale, left leg lifts. Exhale, left knee, right tricep, cross body. Inhale, left leg lifts. Need to know, step through low lunge. I'm getting sweaty now. Warrior one, bring it up. Exhale, bring the hands behind you, interlace. Press your palms together. Lift through your chest. Move forwards, humble warrior. Now your shoulder may be high above your thigh, right? You may be really snuggling that shoulder into the thigh. Everybody's depth is going to be different. Such a strong practice, y'all. Inhale, let's bring it back up. Warrior one. Exhale, warrior two. Show me the difference between those two shapes for you. So left toes face your front. Right toes are running along the edge of the back of your mat. I like that I've just been rocking the hoodie look for the whole class. I'm into it. Reverse warrior, flip your palms, side body stretch. And exhale, left elbow on your thigh, side angle. Remember, open hip babies, resist the urge. Get your hips underneath you. When you shift the hips in this position, it also requires openness, but it requires a level of muscular control that you just don't really get on the other side. Breath in. Exhale, back to two. Inhale, reverse triangle. Left arm reaches up and back. Left leg nice and long and straight. Low lunge twist. So come through center. Start to bend and pivot off your back leg. Right hand plants, left arm reaches up. Take your breath in. Exhale, plant your hands. Now, ekapatas can happen, right? We'll go to upward facing. And then we'll head into downward facing dog where you can take a little resting pose. So knees to ground, you can sit back. You can also come to kneeling, grab a little water. That's what I want to do. All right, kiddos, we're into our final 20 minutes of class. We're going to get into the business. I'm just texting my private client, letting her know that I'll be logging into our session right after this. All right. I'm going to free myself from the sweatshirt. So we're going to start to add on those tougher twists for this one. I'm going to also add on some tougher moves from our originating position. You guys got this. We'll meet in our down dog in 3. Thanks, Meter. Thank you. Yeah, diverse playlist, right? So got a little bit of everything. 9 Inch Nails, SZA, Grimes, James Blake, Khruangbin, Bad Bad Not Good. Yeah, it's all over the board. All right, we'll head into downward facing dog. Yes. And let's get back into this, friends. Right leg lifts. Open your hip. Now, if and only if you want this little challenge, I want you to drop your right foot behind you, roll to outside edge of left foot, and push up through your hips. Nice. I'm really isolating on this left shoulder. Are we doing car wash? Are you coming through? No? Okay. Let's bring it back around. Right hand plants, right knee, right tricep, give it a tap. Right leg lifts back up, and let's go right knee, left tricep. Extend the leg underneath you. Roll to inside edge of left foot. We're in fallen triangle. Return the left hand down, reach your right leg back up to sky, three-legged. Knee to nose, step through low lunge. Now instead of warrior one, we're gonna go into high crescent. So feet stay facing the same direction. You stack your shoulders above your hips and bring a little bend in your back knee and a soft, like posterior tilt through your hips. Arms reach up, breath in. Exhale, open heart twist to your right. So we did these from standing, now we're adding them in from a lunging position. It really fucks with your balance. So if you're feeling unstable, maybe you widen out your stance a little bit. That usually helps for me. All right. Inhale, we're working into exalted. My right hand comes towards my left hamstring, my left arm reaches up. Breath in. Exhale, we're gonna head into warrior two. So start to reach your left arm behind you, right arm forwards. Adjust your back foot. Reverse warrior. Exhale, side angle. Inhale, reverse triangle. Exhale, triangle pose. Hips are gonna adjust a bit off center. Right arm reaches down, left arm high. Block can come underneath your right hand if you're feeling particularly tight today. Stay with me, breath in. Exhale, let's bring it back up. Now widen and shorten your stance a little bit. We're gonna go into revolve triangle. So left hand comes down to the ground or onto a block. You still have your triangle feet, so that means the feet are totally flat on the ground and the legs are straight. Think about pushing your right hip back behind you and pushing into the outside edge of your left foot. Right hand can rest on sacrum or reach up to sky. One more breath. Exhale, let's release the right hand down, look down at your right foot. Shift the weight forward into that foot. Blocks are there for you. Let's go into standing split. Now your standing split may be a certain way at the moment. I like to really take my time to make friends with this. Sometimes I give my right calf a little tap, give my hamstring a little break, and then bring it back in. If you have other aspects of your practice you want to throw in today, your handstand hops, yeah, maybe you want to take it, shin bone all the way down. Sometimes I just like to add in a little seated twist from there, and then back up. Fun, right? Pat the tummy. All right, we'll make our way back through our high to mid plank. So I'm just gonna step back. Know that if you're working those handstands, you can even hop back through Ekapada Chaturanga, right? We'll all meet in our down dog, and then we'll head to the other side. So left leg lifts, hip opens, bend your knee. If you did it on the other side, drop the foot behind you, press through your flip dog. Nice, let's return back around, left knee, left tricep. Left leg lifts up, inhale. Exhale, left knee, right tricep. Kick it out to the side, roll to inside edge of right foot, and lift up through that fallen tri. I know it's a lot on the shoulders. Bring it back around, left leg lifts. Exhale, knee to nose, step through low lunge. Inhale into your high crescent, stack shoulders above hips, arms reach up overhead. Now I've got that little bend in my back knee again. I like creating that space and feeling like I'm a little more in control of what my hips are doing, especially because we're doing those twists and those exalteds, yeah? So let's go through that. Inhale, breath here. Exhale, open, twist to your left. Make sure that you're not opening this left leg, everything's staying stable. Exalted. Left hand, right hamstring, right arm reaches up and back. And then from here, we'll start to open. Virabhadrasana 2. Inhale, reverse. You guys are doing so good. Exhale, side angle. You're almost through. Inhale, reverse triangle. Straighten your front leg. Reach your left arm up and back. Exhale, triangle pose, Trikonasana. Left hand down on block. Right arm reaching up. Ooh, my hips. I don't know what's been going on with my hips. They've been particularly pissed off lately. All right, let's bring it back up to like our triangle shape. We're gonna widen and close it up a little bit because we're going to our revolved triangle. So I'm turning my body back to the front. Right hand is coming down, ensuring that both of my legs can stay straight and both of my feet can be on the ground, right? So blocks may need to come into your hand, right? I'm also trying to push this left hip back. This is a lot of work. Great, we'll do one more breath. And then we'll bring your left hand down to the ground. Looking at that foot, let's push off and move into your standing split. Oh, yes. Again, maybe you take like a tap or release. The other thing I offered up too was that like little coming down to your little kneeling twist. And back up. Kneeling twist. And back up. Tough to get off the ground from that one. Now, if you were doing things like handstand hops or anything like that, cool, we'll all make our way back through our chaturangas into our downward facing dogs. Now let's walk the rest of the way back to our down dogs, to our forward folds at the back of our mats from our down dogs. And I just want to take some deep folds here. So maybe you reach for toes, Pada Gustasana, bending your elbows out to the side, pulling yourself deep. If you would rather do Padahastasana or hands to feet pose, palms are going to slide underneath the bottoms of your feet and you'll pull yourself deep. I love doing this position because I can really feel my spine decompressing. All right, nicely done. Let's bring our hands out from under. We'll bend into our knees, roll ourselves up. and we'll take a little walk to the front of our space. Just kind of shake things out a little bit. We're going to go through our final poses, which will be standing and which will be balancing. Yeah. So we're going to go through, again, Padangusthasana, which is just that peace finger grip on our foot. Typically we do it, right? Same leg, same arm. But for today, we're going to do a revolved variation. Yeah? All right. I'm just going to turn to this side so we can see it. Right foot is going to stay on the ground. We'll lift up our left leg. Now, the beginning of this shape, my introductory version of this shape, again, just holding on to the hamstring, even placing a block on its highest level underneath your foot, right? Right hand can find the outside of your thigh. Left arm reaches back. This is our level 1, yeah? Leg is lifted, same thing, just another additional difficulty. You're feeling a little less supported. My level 2, right? Now we go for the foot grab. Traditionally, I know you do the toe grab, but for this one, I actually like to bring my hand to the outer edge of my foot, and I like to kick through the leg. Now, just like we've been working all through our revolve triangles and everything, we're really trying to sit the hip down, extend and lengthen. My side body is long. My right leg is long. Here for 3. Here for 2. Nice job on 1, let that go. Great. Let's do that shape on the other side. Right foot can work onto the block. This is our level 1. If you made it this far, it's all cruising from here, right? Leg can lift, or you go for the grab. So again, this right side of my body wants to stay long. Oh my God. Balance is weird today. Now, I always kind of pick where I'm looking based on how my balance is today. If I'm having a tough time, I try to look forward to the side, or if I'm feeling pretty strong, I'm looking back. I'm not feeling that strong today, but I'm just pushing it out for me today. We're here for 3. Last 2. Nice job. Release. And then let's take one more fold from here. So melt from the hips, work your way down. Just decompress through your spine. If there's things you want to play with here that you didn't really get to play with earlier in class, I always encourage that. So if you're trying to throw in a couple of handstand hops and really power up this power flow today, cool. If you're working any other variations, you know, like I was just thinking what would be a great thing to work on for this class would be like pressing and things like that, especially because you have this block. The thing a lot of people struggle with presses is feeling like they're elevated enough, you know, and blocks can be really, really, really helpful with that. So this isn't great to handstand on carpet. Normally I would be like, don't handstand on carpet, have something underneath you, but foot can come to block, right? Other comes into a bend. This is just our single-legged, right? Leaning and pressing. So just things you can play with on the ground here before we take it all the way down. Oh God, that one did not want to lift up on its own. Holy Holy shit. Yeah, tough things, babies. Tough business. Again, I just do not like handstanding on carpet because it always makes my wrists hurt because the surface is giving underneath you, right? It's always the best to have a hard surface. It's okay to do it on a mat, but even some like hardcore handstanders are like, no, don't practice on a mat. Practice on the floor. So on that note, let's make our way to the floor. Let's head towards our last songs. I know that this is a longer playlist, but it's for when I was teaching my 75-minuters. So we'll go soles of the feet together, knees wide. Right? Some of us started in our Baddha Konasana shape. And we'll end in a Baddha Konasana shape. And then we'll roll you up. You can finish your practice in a seated meditation or laying down on your back. And we'll take these final moments of breath and presence with ourselves. Now we'll take a deeper breath here. Either from your seat or from your back. And just review how you felt just an hour ago versus how you feel now. Friends, I am so incredibly grateful for the privilege of teaching your body, of guiding you through a movement practice. Thank you for your trust. You all did amazing. Bowing to each and every one of you. Really, truly hoping that your day is blessed, your week is blessed if I don't see you again. Thank you. Thank you, Pi. Sweet girl. What you smelling? All of you did amazing. Thank you for joining me today. Thanks, Kayla. Awesome to have you. We'll do a pie belly moment here on the ground. Pie belly moment. So our schedule for the rest of the week, I'll be subbing a couple more classes. Again, I just subbed a lot for this April. So tomorrow I will be back at Soho. It'll be 6:30 p.m. Power Flow. So if you would like to come in, do a nice heated spicy practice with me tomorrow, cool. Oh, hi Indy. Thank you, Shayla. We'll be doing our skills and drills Wednesday, 10 o'clock. So same time as this one, 10 a.m. Pacific, 1 p.m. Eastern. Oh, Stephanie, I love that. Oh, rough weekend. I'm sorry. Thanks for letting me take care of you. Wow, this elevator butt. Oh, thanks, Laura. Do you guys see this butt? What's going on? Yes, Sarah. Start the week right. Thank you, Sharon. And then on Thursday, we will be doing our beginners class. So 10 o'clock, again, same time, 10 a.m. for Pacifics, 1 p.m. Easterns. Yes, Rachel. Oh, also on Wednesday, I'll be subbing a class. So I'll be subbing an abs and ass class, also at Soho, 1:15. Yeah? And no classes this weekend because I'm giving myself the weekend off. So challenging, but feeling so good. Amazing. Yeah, taking the weekend off, going to a concert Friday night, and then all I want to do is like play video games and sit on my butt Saturday and Sunday. All right, everybody. If I don't see you this week, then I hope to see you next Monday, same time, same channel. Yeah, dream weekend, truly. Concert, video games, nothing. Make food, that's it. Yeah, the schedule is going to be looking pretty normal. The only weekend or like week in the near future that's going to be weird is Memorial Day weekend. So I'm pretty much going to take that whole week off because we're going to be moving into our official permanent digs. So yeah, that Memorial Day Monday I'll have off, and I'm kind of like just going to give myself the whole week to get situated because I'll also be modeling at Monster Palooza in Pasadena that weekend. So if you're in LA area and you're into special effects makeup or monsters or horror, I'm going to be a makeup model, and they're going to have all sorts of awesome people coming to that event. So yeah, you too, Kayla. All right, darlings. Again, amazing job. I'm going to hop off. I've got a private client to teach. So, yeah, I'll see you guys next time. Thanks for practicing with me today. I'll see you guys next time.